It's Bourbon Night. Hello, I'm Chad.
I'm Sarah.
And welcome to part 2 of the virtual Kentucky Bourbon Trail, where we do motions like this.
Because it's virtual.
It's virtual, yeah.
But we're really here.
We are really here. Welcome to Central Kentucky, where, as we said last time, we're about an hour and a half in any radius, in any direction. In a radius.
You tried.
I tried
Bless your heart, you tried.
I tried to smart it up too much.
Bless your heart is what you say when you're like, oh, honey, you're so stupid.
Yeah. But anyway, we're about an hour and a half in any direction from about 95% of the world supply of bourbon. So, if you haven't seen last week's live episode, which was part 1, there's a link to it in the description of this episode. Mm-hmm. We did...
Four Roses, Makers, Wild Turkey...
Well, I was just going to say the number of distilleries,
but
sorry. You can try
we
to
did
remember
7, which was a lot. Today we're going to do 8, which is even more, if you
Which
can
is
count.
one more than 7.
For those of you who don't know.
Because we checked.
Yes, we did.
NASA got back to us. They said
we did the
right.
math, did the research.
If you don't want to hear us just blabbing, like we tend to do, the timestamps will be down in a pinned comment, so you can jump from distillery to distillery. It's kind of like, warping instead of having to drive.
Because it's virtual.
It's virtual. So first, we want to do a correction.
Yes,
that has been pointed out, and we do apologize because we try to be as accurate as we can on this channel.
On this here show.
Yes. Four Roses Cox Creek does offer a tour. We've gone to Cox Creek a lot for barrel picks, and we've like the part where you've had it and you've kind of narrowed it down, and then they're going to reorder them. So to spend time, you go and you take a tour. So we knew that, at least some people could go back there. Mm-hmm. We didn't realize everyone could go back there.
We didn't realize that it was open.
So, go to Cox Creek, take their tour as well.
Sure.
People said they've done it. It's wonderful.
Yeah.
We haven't officially taken, the official
tour.
Just like them special people tours.
Right. Jeff Winbush called us out for not wearing any bourbon t-shirts or gear. What's up
with that? You don't know what's under here?
He is, I think, wearing a bourbon shirt under there, but I cannot
And you don't
verify.
know what is in here.
No. I'm just going to be, honest. I'm in cozy mode today. I really just wanted to be comfy and warm. Did you...
Sorry.
What?
Well, they've made fun of me before for drinking energy drink. They're like, oh, that's bad for you. What are you doing? Don't drink energy drinks and bourbon.
Because alcohol is super good for you.
Well, it actually can be.
It can be.
In moderation.
But that's a topic for another episode. What's new, Chad?
What's new, Chad? So we got some stuff. That's what's new. And we're going to start with something that if you watched our Austin recap, and speaking of Austin, we went to Austin for the Whiskey Tribe, the Whiskey Vault, the Crowded Barrel Distillery opening. And it was just pointed out to us that they gave us another little shout out on.
They did
in one of their episodes, which is very nice of them.
Which leads us to the top. Well, this first bottle that we got.
We're going to shout them out. We just watched an episode, the 10 most underrated bourbons as crowdsourced, according to whiskey lovers. We watched it because I was really curious, what are they saying is underrated?
Yeah.
And some of them didn't agree with, but also they didn't either. They were like, I don't know if you'd really call Woodford Reserve underrated.
Yeah.
But
at least they took the crowd's opinion.
Regardless, it was a really good episode. So go check it out at the Whiskey Vault, their channel. I'm sure a lot of you people here are magnificent bastards. So shout out to you all too. But this is what I was getting at. We went down there for the Crowded Barrel Distillery opening, and we were introduced to a Texas whiskey known as Iron Root. And this one's actually bourbon. This is a Harbinger, and it is a 2018 edition, non-chill filtered, aged 27 months. But keep in mind, Austin, or not specifically Austin, Texas.
Weather.
Very hot.
Very, very hot.
Very hot.
I mean, look at the color on this.
Yeah.
It's insane. They literally can't age it past a certain point because it just doesn't taste good anymore. It just
gets too much.
Too oaky. Yeah.
But this is 115 proof. So yeah. What do we consider underrated? Maybe we'll have to eventually do an episode.
We'll do an episode. Yeah.
We don't want to do it so close to anyone else who has done
no.
one because
we're just curious.
Coattails.
Right. Exactly. But those guys are awesome, and
this is the one that we like. This is probably our best in show down there.
Agreed.
We really loved specifically this version of Iron Root.
And Synergy. This was the episode where they shouted us out when they went to Iron Root. Synergy. All right, Chad. What's next? Yep.
Okay. Oh, I was just like, you could like tee it up for me.
Oh, I don't know.
Then I just bring it in or something.
I don't know. You gave me a look like you were asking. I don't know. Go ahead.
Okay. So this is WB Paul Schaefer.
Saffel?
Saffel. Saffel? Yeah, Saffel.
Saffel?
This is BW Saffel. I don't do the pronouncing around here. That's Sarah's job, and you put it on me, and I got nervous. BW Saffel, and this is the
Whiskey
third
Barons.
edition in the Whiskey Baron series, which is Campari owned, which means Wild Turkey is the ones who are making it. You may have heard of, what were the other two?
Old Rippy and Bond and Lillard.
Yeah, which we did an episode on both of those.
We did do an episode on those.
It was a Halloween episode. Go look it up. So this is the next one, and this is a little 375, and these are out now, and this is 107 proof. There's another 107 proofer out there to put in the world, and another like Raised from the Dead label.
And that's why it was a Halloween episode. I was trying to remember, like, why was that a Halloween episode?
That's weird.
Oh, yeah, I get it.
Yeah.
And lastly, they want the Valentine's Day candy out.
You see the
They got me some flowers
flowers
back there.
in the background? Blackened. So this
I
is
was not anticipating that.
this is the Metallica and Dave Pickerel collaboration. Yeah, R.I.P. Dave Pickerel.
Yep.
Remastered by Dave Pickerel. So this is a blend of straight whiskeys finished in black brandy casks, and this is the one where they blast Metallica music at the barrels to make them angrier and more metal. So we'll be cracking this open at some point.
Some point in the near future, yes. I'm very
is,
curious about it. We've been waiting
90
to get our
proof.
hands on it.
Yeah.
I was able to pick this up when I was out of town. We have not seen it here
Nope.
in Kentucky yet.
Oh, and actually, well, I wanted to kind of just real quick.
Okay,
Since we're in the
go
mood.
ahead. While you're over there, get your virtual car keys.
Okay.
Hey, the Linux Cat says $5 super chat.
Ah.
Thanks for doing this virtual trail the last 2 weeks, planning a trip next month. So excited. Oh, awesome. So
Nice.
happy that we could be informative. We will have to...
We can both do it with a bottle of turkey.
Woo!
Bottles of turkey are louder than glasses.
They are. I'm
Um,
just going to leave this over here.
so I got a shout out to Perry, who's in the chat, and he's moderating. He saw a post out there in the bourbon world about someone who was looking to give bottles.
Give?
No, sell. Anyway, and he got some bottles. I was able to get some bottles, but this is a Wild Turkey 80 proof, which of course now they're 81 proof.
Right.
This is circa 2008, and this is just an older style Wild Turkey 101, circa 2009, and so they're pretty. I love the old labels. So that's
Very cool.
out there too.
All right. Start the car.
Vroom, vroom.
Someone said, "Oh no, is Chad driving today?" He is. He is gonna drive.
Yeah,
Even
but
though
if
this
I've-
is like the European way.
If I virtually crash, we'll be okay because I have virtual airbags.
Great. Oh, thank you, Estelle. I'm not sure how to say your name. I'm sorry. I don't want to butcher that. I'm just gonna move on to our first stop. Oh, what? 6, 7, 8. What? I don't get
6,
it.
7, 8 is 6 afraid of 7 because 7, 8, 9. I don't understand. But anyway, Eric,
Thank you, Eric. Let's get something in our glass. So our first stop on today's virtual tour is Heaven Hill, which makes larceny. Amongst other things, we had a wide range of things to choose from.
Yeah.
You might be thinking, Sarah, why didn't you choose Evan Williams 1783? Don't you worry, we'll be stopping at Evan Williams later because there's an Evan Williams experience in Louisville.
That's right. That's right. But this right now is for Eric.
This is for Eric.
Cowbell, cheers to you, Eric Schwab. That's much better than a turkey
Much
bottle.
better than
Oh.
the bottle. Do we have the virtual breathalyzer? We do.
Yeah, we do. It's hooked into the virtual car. Can't go anywhere. Until you're this much intoxicated.
Right? Yeah.
No.
Now you're okay.
No.
Or virtual Wendy's, Monica says.
Virtual Wendy's, yeah. So Heaven Hill is the Bourbon Heritage Center. It's in Bardstown. So actually, I think we ended last week in Bardstown.
I
So
believe that's correct.
We've been there the whole time, virtually.
Yes, we've just been virtually hanging out.
We went to the Talbot Tavern, other great stuff. So now we're here, and this is cool because I've taken a couple of tours here before.
Me too.
One, you actually get to walk the grounds. Unfortunately, in 1996, I think it was.
I thought you were about to say you visited there, and I was like, Chad.
When I was just a boy.
You've been lying to me about your age. Right, go ahead.
We should know because we did a video on it, but in 96, there was a fire that burned down the distillery and several warehouses. And ever since then, all their distilling has been happening in Louisville at the old Bernheim distillery. So there's no, you don't go through the nuts and bolts as like, this is how you make the donuts, or this is how the sausage is made.
It's a little bummer, but
there's little centers there, kiosks you can go around and you can watch little videos of like, this is how you mash the grain and da-da-da-da. But then, besides going into the warehouses, there's another tour called, at the time, it was called the Connoisseur Tour. And that's where you go through, it's basically like a little museum there. They have these walls with information on it.
Very
and you're taken around and your guide tells you stories and so forth. But then you go into this little tasting room and you get higher end pours of things. So, Brandon.
It was nice to meet you too. He
Yes.
must have been the one from the candle place. What?
Right.
No.
What?
Was he the one from the candle place, or was he at Party Source?
But,
Tell us where you're from.
yeah, we met
some people yesterday. We went up to
people
Northern Kentucky.
yesterday. Brandon, no, he was the candle.
Candle?
Pretty sure.
Okay. Cool. Well, cheers to
It
you.
was great to meet you. Yes. We learned how to make some candles yesterday.
We had an adventure.
So you go into this little room and you start off with, something kind of like larceny. But when I did it, and this was a couple years ago, it ended with like, I want to say it was Evan Williams' 23-year.
Or something like that.
I had William Heaven Hill 11-year. I know that, bottled in bond.
Candle Lab.
Yeah, Candle Lab. Yeah. So that's cool. It was like $20, but you got, the pours were amazing. So
Yeah.
So that's our Heaven Hill.
But I've taken it
story.
since then, and they no longer give you that level of pour. You can still do like a tasting, but they're not going to break out the Evan Williams 23 unless, I don't know, it's your birthday or something. Maybe if you let them know that. I'm not really sure.
I mean, I don't know. I think it might be dependent upon the season. If maybe some Parker's Heritage just came out, there might be a Parker's Heritage in there, I feel like. Because, even when I took it, that stuff was sought after.
Still, that's true.
So it's really just kind of dependent on what's out there.
It is cool though, because like in the gift shop, they have a giant cabinet behind the cash register with it's glass, and you can see they put the old bottles up in there. So all the old releases and sort of just like their master collection back there. Fun fact, they have a little closed door cabinet underneath there, and that's sometimes where they keep the good stuff. So you always should ask.
Yeah.
Because people were asking us what's our favorite thing to get from that distillery, or what's something distillery only that you can get from there.
The grenade.
And that's what I was going to say. And then like special tricks and tips. So I would recommend, if you're there, like, don't expect it. It doesn't always happen. But just say like, hey, are you holding anything special behind the counter?
Yeah.
And if they are, sometimes they'll have an Elijah Craig barrel proof. Sometimes they'll have a Parker's Heritage. Sometimes they don't have anything. So roll the dice. But the grenade.
Every time I've been there, they've had a grenade.
They have always had the grenade, which is like a little
200 milliliter.
I mean, it literally looks like a grenade, Elijah Craig.
It looks like a barrel.
It looks like a barrel, but it's
with a
like
pour spout
it's
on
a
top.
grenade
Yeah.
sized. What I can imagine. I've never held a grenade before. Patrick, cheers to you. Doing some tours when the weather improves. Yes, I highly recommend. It's still weather's too iffy right now.
It's too weathery.
It could snow and ice storm in the first week of April. It's just too unpredictable. So I would wait until the second half of April at the earliest.
Mm-hmm. Cheers to you. Swallow first. And larceny, this was on their underrated list, and I do agree with it.
I also agree, but I think it's coming up now.
It is coming
Which
up.
makes me a little sad because
I know.
I like it.
A lot of people call it the Maker's Mark alternative because it's a wheated mash bill like Maker's, but it's a little higher proof and a little less money. And 2 Maker's bottles fit right in between.
It's
here.
true.
It's great. Love it. John E. Fitzgerald, props. All right. We ready to move on?
Yes.
Can't spend too much
One
time
more
at these
tip
places.
on larceny specifically. Like, obviously, I love Heaven Hill. If you watch the show, we love the bottled in bond. Heaven Hill, the green label, which is Kentucky only. So if you're at the gift shop, I'd recommend trying to find one of those. What else is there? I love Pikesville. Elijah Craig, like, they have so many great brands that we recommend. But apparently there's a recipe for poorer man's pappy, which is 50% maker's cast strength and 50% larceny, which is fun. So maybe give it a try. I'm planning a blended episode coming up in the near future, but we will get there. What you looking for?
You were stuck there, and
I was stuck?
Yeah. So I think we saw a cheers from the UK. But yeah.
Cool.
All right. So we're virtually leaving Heaven Hill. Now, if we were actually doing this, we would drive down about a mile down the road to Bulleit. Not on the Bourbon Trail because, actually, I don't know why they're not on the Bourbon Trail. I think they're big enough. Being on the Bourbon Trail is a decision.
You do
Buffalo
have to pay.
Trace, not. They used to be on the Bourbon Trail. Then, like, we think we can put our marketing dollars elsewhere. So
and
they're
it
not
works
on there,
for them.
and they're not on there anymore. Bulleit, not on there. Now they are on the Craft Bourbon Trail, so maybe they just feel like that's a better place for them to live. But they actually are a pretty big operation. Okay, where's next, Sarah?
Jim Beam.
Driving to Jim Beam.
Love it.
They have. If you go to Jim Beam, you need to find the Perkins road sign. They have a Perkins Lane or Perkins Road there, and you need to take a picture.
Now people are just gonna be driving around looking for this road.
Yeah, I think we get on it every time we've gone there. Well, for picks anyway. I don't know. Daniel
wants to know, where's Chaz and Sarah? Don't you worry, we're only on stop number 2 of 8.
I'm sure we'll get there. They're probably already at Evan Williams.
Yeah, we'll meet them at Evan Williams.
Forester. Yeah.
Maybe.
He's coming.
Yeah.
He's a-coming. If you would, please.
If I would, please.
With a glass.
Yes, I would.
Yes. So we're stopping at Jim Beam, the best-selling bourbon in all the land.
All the land.
Is Jim Beam. We've decided to keep going with one of their newer expressions, which is Repeal Batch, which we do enjoy. For the price, for the taste, for the non-chill filterness of it. It's only 86 proof, which we also picked because visiting 8 distilleries today virtually.
Right, virtually.
Yeah.
Jim Beam Nutty, Jose.
Yes, we're going to get
He knows
nutty.
what's up.
That was weak.
That was weak.
There we go. That's better.
Yes. I think this is like actually, I'm going to put this, we're doing a bourbon awards show, and as far as like new releases, just in general, the category labels to come out in 2018, one that I think is like just an overall great thing is this. Price-wise, the flavor's there, the proof's there.
Yeah.
It's nutty. It's so good. I just love it. And everyone that I've introduced to this, I mean, I'm not going to say like everyone's over the moon about it because some people just have like a predisposed notion that they hate Jim Beam because of white label, but everyone's been like, this is the best Jim Beam
or something that happened to them in college by drinking too much.
Yeah, they got hurt at one point by Jim Beam, and now they don't trust anymore.
Brandon's saying that he has Jim Beam Bonded, which is another great choice. That is good.
I also like Distiller's Cut. We like that.
Yep. Okay. So
a lot of our experience at Jim Beam has actually been doing Knob Creek picks.
It is. But you can experience just about everything that you do on a pick on the tour.
It's true.
You can go into the same warehouses. You can go to the bottling line. You can see how it's bottled. Mm-hmm. I think you can even, I don't know if they changed this or not, but put your thumbprint in the wax of a Knob Creek and buy it.
I think that's true.
You can do that on the tour.
It used to be true. We haven't done one in a while, so I don't know if they still do that.
Yeah, but you can see all the decanters that they made throughout the years, which is awesome.
It's really
like
cool.
A little mini museum.
Yes. I do love that part.
Yeah. You can eat at their
barbecue.
American Stillhouse. Mm-hmm. Yeah, which is barbecue.
Yep. They have good banana pudding.
And last time we were there, bought a bottle of Baker's that was signed by Baker himself.
That's true. And we bought a bottle of the Knob Creek rye, the single barrel rye, handpicked by Fred No.
That's right. So talk about distillery exclusives. There you go. Sometimes you can get a master distiller who has signed a bottle that's for sale in the gift shop. You can get a pick that is only sold at the distillery. That's where we first saw Old Tub, and Old Tub used to only be sold in the gift shop. Now it's out and about.
Yeah, we've seen it other places since then.
But yeah, Jeff Winbush.
Oh, thanks for showing the Distiller's Cut some love, Sarah. I do love it.
It's true. It is good.
It was my favorite new Jim Beam product, like of the Jim Beam line, until this came out. So,
which is weird because it's a higher proof.
Well, I still like it.
Yeah.
A lot, but
There's
I
just
don't know.
something about
It depends
this
on the
one.
day, but there is something about this that's just so warm and inviting. Very tasty.
Thanks for all who ordered the Glencairns. They did sell out last Sunday during the live. More are on order. So as soon as those are back in stock, we'll definitely let you guys know.
Brian
And
Brennicky.
Brian Brennicky.
Greetings from Vegas. What? Greetings to you. You should have put that $10 on a blackjack table.
Put it on black, yeah.
I'm just kidding. There's no $10 blackjack tables.
We were drinking Brian and Tammy's samples that we sent, that they sent.
They sent us.
That we shouted out last week on Valentine's Day.
It's true.
Yeah.
We were. How romantic.
Having some pours.
Yes, we were.
Yes.
We'll see you guys in New Orleans.
We will. And other people.
And others.
Check it out. New Orleans Bourbon
And
Festival.
Todd Cooper's here.
And Todd Cooper.
Have we been to the Jim Beam Urban Still House in Louisville?
No.
We haven't yet.
We haven't.
That is
We need to
regrettable. So we're planning.
do some Louisville trips.
We're planning our trips for this
Yeah.
year right now, because if we don't block our weekends off ahead of time, it's not going to happen. So we're going to be booking our trips to catch all the distilleries and do some vlogging, blogging, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah.
Both.
We're going to be vloggers again.
Yes,
Yeah,
so that's
yeah.
going to be coming up, because I realized I haven't been to Angel's Envy either, and that's
Right.
on the stop today. Although I'm
So
not
we'll go there virtually, but
right. Virtually we'll visit, but in reality,
Pal Joey asked Jim Beam or Old Granddad. Both Jim Beam products, but from just the taste, I'm probably gonna go Jim Beam.
oh, that's tough. I don't know. I think I'm gonna go Jim Beam. I don't know. It's so hard.
It is hard. It is hard.
Why do you put me in this position? I don't like it.
Be a pal, Joey.
Yeah. No.
Whiskey Crusaders.
Cheers, Matt.
Cheers to you.
He said thanks for the inspiration. Also the recommendation on JTS Brown Bottled and Bond and JW Dant Bottled and Bond. My friend got me one in Kentucky last week.
Yeah. Great.
They are great finds.
Yeah, great. And
they're
sub $10, some of them.
Right.
I know one's more expensive than the other. The other one's like 12 or 13, but definitely sub 15, both of them. And that's just crazy.
If you go in with expectations that you're gonna get a bourbon that tastes like it's worth $10, you will be so happy with what you get. We got an OGD bonded over Jim Beam.
I think it just depends on the Jim Beam. Mm-hmm. We were drinking OGD bonded with Perry not too long ago, and I was just like, it's good, but I just feel like maybe I've grown to like the certain nuttiness of Jim Beam, in some instances. And it also took us a while to come around to 114. When we first had 114, the first couple bottles were like good with cocktails, but not so much straight.
It was our go-to cocktail.
Now we do like it straight. Things change.
Things
Mops.
change. Your palate, it develops.
Yeah.
So
better get on the road.
So we're in Claremont.
Claremont, Kentucky. That's right.
That's right.
Yeah. Really close to Bardstown.
Really close. So we'll be pulling out of there.
Oh, Jeff, let's get another pour in here.
Yes, one moment, please.
Where are we going?
We are going
I need directions.
We're going to Bulleit. Okay. All right, let me get my maps out.
Bulleit. Bulleit, as it was originally pronounced in the family, is, not made by Bulleit. But
Who
it
is
will
it made
be.
by?
Well, Four Roses, if we can trust the internet. That's what it says when you... Oh, they're piling up. Here, let's get something in it. I do not like their corks.
No, not a fan?
They just pop out too easily.
Have you been to Bulleit? We went together.
Yes.
That's a trick question.
We have been to Bulleit. The new distillery, no. But they're in...
just outside of Louisville.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the old Stitzel-Weller distillery.
It's true.
And Old Fitzgerald was made there and all that. Pappy's had a hand in it and all that jazz.
Yes.
All right, first to Jeff.
Jeff says, cheers from Spring Hill, Kansas. Using my Bourbonnight Glencairn right now with a repeal batch pour. Wow, that feels good. We were literally just doing the same thing in our Bourbonnight glasses. So cheers to that. And Brian just won another pot. If you look closely in that Whiskey Tribe video, you can see me. That's awesome. What? Very cool. We'll have to watch again.
Cheers, Brian. See you. What are you talking about? Which video?
Oh, and Brad.
Oh, Brad.
Pour more bourbon.
Pour more bourbon.
We're on
it.
More in the glass?
Yeah, I did a smaller one because, again, 8 distilleries.
They add up. I
Yeah,
gotta make it to the end.
Yeah,
He's driving.
Exactly. This is enough to talk about it.
Sure.
So we decided to pick the Bulleit 10-year. We were gonna pick the full proof for their barrel strength.
The barrel strength.
119 proof. Again, going through this many, decided to go with the 10-year.
We did.
Which is just your regular 90 proof. 91.2. Excuse me. But Bulleit's great because you can, on that tour, you can actually go into Tom Bulleit's office.
That is neat.
Sit at his desk with his nameplate there and have your picture taken. You can leave him a note.
I actually have a picture of Chad writing a note at his desk.
I think it was,
it's pretty cute.
Dear Tom, please watch It's Bourbon Night.
Love Chad.
Love Chad. Drink more bourbon. But it's a great tour because you get to hear about the old Stitzel-Weller connection, the Pappy connection, the Orphan Barrel things and all this and that. No distillery there, but they kind of have a little scale distillery with the, all the equipment there that they kind of talk about. So you still get the nuts and bolts of how bourbon is made. You get to see the warehouses. You get to see where they repair their barrels if they start to leak.
Yep.
It's a little building there. And great gift shop. I think that's where we got our tiki bitters.
That is where we got our tiki bitters.
Tiki
Good
bitters.
Memory,
Well,
Chad. We love tiki bitters
we do.
for cocktails.
Which we've since moved.
We have, yes. Golf whiskey.
Golf
Long-time listener, first-time caller. I love when people say that.
Go ahead,
We did
Golf.
the Kentucky Bourbon Trail in 2017. Got the T-shirt. Well, look at you.
Congratulations.
Over
Cheers. Cheers to you.
Todd Wilkinson. Friday toured Makers, Four Roses, and stopped at Heaven Hill, and toured Wild Turkey. Spent 15 minutes with Jimmy Russell. Saturday toured Buffalo Trace. Hope to run into you guys somewhere maybe next time.
Yeah.
Oh, I hoped to. Oh, yeah. We wish we could be on the Bourbon Trail every weekend. That would be awesome, but we'd never get anything done. And I got to do laundry.
If
so
some organization out there would pay us to be on the trail every weekend, we'd do it.
I'd totally be a floating host.
Yeah.
Just go around and be like, have you heard about It's Bourbon Night?
May I talk to you about It's Bourbon Night?
Just go knocking on doors. So, cheers, Todd.
Cheers.
That was a good one, Chad. I think I do like the 10-year the best. I go back and forth between what I like the
That
best.
and the barrel.
What is special at the gift shop? This is an instance where I don't think I've ever seen anything out of the ordinary at the gift shop.
No, they have I.W. Harper, is that right?
Yeah, I think so. I can't recall.
Things like that. Yeah, nothing.
It's mostly standard
They
stuff.
have really great shirts.
They do have nice shirts, and I've gotten
That's
a
where you
shirt
got
from there
your
before.
whiskey-flavored whiskey
T-shirts.
t-shirts. And,
I forgot about that shirt. It's hiding around here somewhere.
Yeah, it's, so drink-wise, I don't think anything special, but they do a good tasting. I think you get 5 things if I remember correctly. And so that's good. That's good. Scotch test dummies.
What? Where?
Right up there.
Look at him.
Actually made Jim Beam Distiller's Cut and Repeal Batch honorable mentions in my Bourbons of the Year. I watched that episode, Scotterbart, and I think I remember that? Question mark? No, I don't remember it, but I believe you.
That is awesome.
I believe you.
Yeah.
Oh, we actually wanted to tell you something.
What was it?
Their live stream. At 3 Central Time.
Yes, I'm so glad that you brought this up,
Yeah.
Chad, because it was 100% my responsibility to put it on the agenda.
I would have hated
and
to
I
have
forgot.
missed-
I would have hated to have
missed
missed
that.
this.
Where are you guys?
There it
Here
is.
you are. Here you are. Okay.
'Kay.
So it's 3 Eastern Time right now. They're doing a live
3:28.
stream at 3 Central, which did that already happen? I don't know how
No,
time works.
it's behind.
in the future?
So
It's in the future.
It's 4:00 our time, 3:00 their time.
Okay.
So at 4, when this stream ends,
Yes.
they will be on, and they will be doing a very special episode.
They're doing a live fundraiser for a good buddy with pancreatic cancer. 7 kids. It's not a good prognosis. So fundraiser. So please go check out the Scotch Test Dummies on their YouTube channel right after this one. And if you have it in your heart to do some donations, that would be greatly appreciated.
Definitely.
So,
And we will do our best not to go overtime so that we don't
so that means we got 30
step on
minutes.
that. We do have 30 minutes to get through several more. If we do and go into overtime, guess what? There's a replay. You can watch it later.
That's right.
Go over there and watch
Yeah.
what do as they're doing. So, yes.
Definitely. Yeah.
All right.
Cool. So, Bulleit's fun. Again, love the Stitzel-Weller connection to that all.
Yes.
They've got that plaque then I'm going to misquote that above all else, good whiskey or something like that. It's great. Now, we're going to virtually buckle up and virtually start the car. With
Technically, I should be driving.
The blowing. You're still buzzed. Let's virtually go. Hey, magic bus. It's like the Fortnite bus. We're going to go to Michter's.
That's right.
Which is a place that we also haven't
We have not been there yet.
been. Oh, you grabbed the sour mash?
Yeah.
Okay.
Is that okay?
That's fine. I mean, it's a whiskey, but it's all good.
I told you that's what I was grabbing. I said I'm going to grab the sour mash. Is that okay? And you said
I don't listen.
You said, yeah, sure.
That's it like this? Uh-huh. Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Well, that means I wasn't listening.
Good to know right
That's
now
cool.
at this point.
Our buddy Swan gave us this bottle because it won something or was nominated. Like someone said something about it. Swan, are you in here?
I don't think he's here today. I haven't seen him.
Bark twice if you're in Cleveland. But anyway, Michter's, another non-distilling producer that is now distilling that will be filling their juice. They've actually been distilling for a while, but we saw Michter's 10 yesterday. That was cool.
We did.
Couldn't buy it.
No.
But
do we tell them the story?
Nah.
Okay.
Next week.
We have time. We don't have any.
We'll tell you about that trip next week.
Yes, we will.
So, Michter's, haven't been there. It's great to be there virtually. Oh, look. Yeah, look.
I'm not sure I'm supposed to be looking for.
Yeah.
So, also, and I can never remember her name.
Swan is not here today. Okay.
No, Perry knows her name, and I know her name. I just can never remember it, and I don't know why.
Well, Perry will tell us.
Perry will tell us, but is going to be on the Women of Bourbon live stream with myself and Peggy Knows Stevens in April. So I'm pretty excited about that because I have not met her yet, and I would love to meet her. Andrea, I know her
Andrea
initials
Wilson.
are AW, but why can I not remember her name? Andrea Wilson. I've got to drive that into my brain before I meet her because that would be really embarrassing.
Yeah. Sour mash is actually a so we have that. That's a question from B Carnes. Sour mash is actually a process used by a lot, like majority of distilleries, whether it's put on the bottle or not, and that's basically just the process of. And I'm not a doctor, so I can't really a distiller, so I can't really say with all certainty. But it's basically the process of leaving a little bit of the last batch in the next batch that will be added to maintain consistency.
So an
throughout.
infinity bottle.
Kind of like an infinity bottle, yeah.
Yes,
So that's just a sour mash process in general. Like I said, in my bastardized version.
So unfortunately, we can't give you any tips about the distillery because we haven't been there.
Not a doctor.
Maybe Perry's been there. We're not actually. I'm not sure. So
maybe
someone in the
chat's
been there and can add some fun facts and tips.
Yeah.
Please do if you have been. Bourbon Junkies. Thank you for the super chat. We literally just now finished an Old Forester tour. Gosh, oh, you've got me on it now. And saw this, so we had to check in. Cheers to you two.
Well, cheers.
We will be there.
Literally just walked out?
We will be there in literally 2 virtual stops.
Yes. Yeah, you just missed us.
We really want to go. We haven't been to that one yet either, and it's really breaking my heart because I'm dying to go.
Yeah, just haven't been able to work it out, but yeah.
I'm working it out.
Yeah, for sure.
Who's got some hotel connections up there? Pull some strings for us. Who wants a free hotel ad?
So I haven't seen anyone really saying that they've done Michter's yet. We have a didn't tour Michter's. Yeah.
Sai the Anatomica? I'm not sure.
That's a great band name.
Hope it is a good band name. Thank you for the super chat. Love the channel. Where can I buy the water, corn, rye, and oak shirt?
That is My Kentucky Tea. It's mykentuckytea.com. They're actually a monthly subscription t-shirt service, but you can buy that shirt a la carte. So just go to their site and you can buy that there.
That's true.
Yep.
Also, have you tried any of the Blom Brothers cast strength Nodder bourbons? I can't say that we have.
We haven't, but we'd like to.
Do you recommend? Let us know.
That sounds good. There you go. All right.
Don't yell Airbnb at me. I know about Airbnb. However, if I'm going to write a blog that says where I recommend you go as far as touring, eating, drinking, and staying, I can't just be like, stay at the one Airbnb that I stayed at.
Yeah.
No, I need to recommend a good hotel that's like accessible for everyone.
Yeah.
So I appreciate you're trying to help me out, though. Very nice of you. But I must experience it so I can tell the people.
Experience it.
I need the experience.
Need to reach these kids.
How will I reach these kids?
So now we are pulling out of Michter's. We're driving to the Evan Williams Experience, which is downtown Louisville.
Yay.
It's like literally, I don't know if it's on Main Street or not, but it's like a main street in Louisville.
It's on Whiskey Row.
Whiskey Row, yeah. So it's like, this is the building I'm going into? It's like this wide?
Mm-hmm.
But they pack a lot in there that you don't think.
It's true.
That's the one where they've got the big bottle of Evan Williams pouring from the second floor
It's
down
an Evan Williams
to a
waterfall.
rocks glass in the first floor. It's not an actual, but it looks like it.
Yeah.
And they've talk about some things that you can only get there. I don't know about only you can get there, but that's where I saw an Evan Williams 12-year. Yes. That's where I got my Evan Williams 12-year, which is the red label.
Yes, that's right.
Which is sold overseas for a hell of a lot less money, but what can you do? Mm-hmm. I have seen it in a store in Bardstown before. But before that, I had heard you could only get it at the distillery. And sometimes they have the Evan Williams 23-year.
Ooh.
Yeah.
I do. So that tour, for me, is more like a modern museum.
It's kind of like, yeah.
It's more of like a...
Disney World.
I'm sorry to use this word again, but a virtual experience. Like, they do a lot of...
Well, that's what they call it. They call it the Evan Williams Experience.
Right. And it's less about how the bourbon's made, more about the history and where it comes from. And you get, like, you walk through the building and there's different, I guess, interactive stations. I call it a station. That sounds really lame. It's not. Like, there'll be a room that you're enclosed in and, like, the whole wall is like a screen and there's things going on and you're watching and you're listening to the story about how everything came together. It's pretty cool. But again, it reminds me of like like a children's museum where they have like interactive experiences, but for adults.
Yeah, totally.
But not in that way.
Totally. They have all these projectors kind of slaved together that makes this huge length of the room type of thing. You start out the tour watching this video, and it's like you're in an old-timey building, and there's like lightning, and they talk about Evan Williams, the man, who did a lot of things. He was like the whatever you call the person who controls, like the harbor master
or something like that. Yeah.
And he would make...
Gosh, I need to brush up on my history.
I know. He would make this, this whiskey, and they love that Evan Williams whiskey. And what do they claim? Like the first... I should just not start talking if I don't know how to end it. The first... They claim he's the first person to do something with...
No, that's not...
No, that's
Old Forester. Shoot.
The first guy who said, "Look at me, I'm bourbon."
I can't help you out of this one, because I don't know why you started down that sentence.
I don't either.
Welcome, Chaz. Thanks for joining me.
I told you I'd be at Evan Williams.
I did. You did say that.
All right, so this is Evan Williams 1783, a favorite of Sarah's.
I love this bottle.
86 proof.
Now,
small batch.
I will say, this is giving it a run for its money.
Hey, yo.
I love Evan Williams 1783.
There you go.
But the price point is like $16. It's a small batch.
Mm-hmm.
It's very tasty.
Yes.
However, $17.99?
16, 17, yeah.
17? Yeah?
Yeah.
It's pretty good.
Yep. This is like 15?
$15.99, $16.99, depending on where you're at.
Yeah. I'm turning into
Monica,
brick. I love
preach.
lamp.
Yeah. She's talking about OBC.
I don't know why we're yelling.
And obviously, whenever I do my blog about Lexington and where to go and eat and stay and all that, OBC Kitchen will definitely be on that list of things to
Kentucky's first distiller. Thanks. Thanks, Perry.
Thanks for looking that up for us, Perry.
I could see it. Well, he may have known.
He may have known.
I could see it on the little
sharing.
flags that they have in Louisville on like the poles, the street lamps. The Kentucky's first distiller, Evan Williams.
Loud noises.
Which some people say that's not true, but marketing, right? I wasn't there. I don't know.
Who can say?
Who can say?
Michael Veach you ask him, if you come to the New Orleans Bourbon Festival or if you ever do anything with Michael Veach, ask him a question like that because he has a just bottomless wealth of knowledge.
Perry did look it up. Okay, thanks for fessing up, Perry. He looked it up.
They got you, but they're waiting for Sarah with an H.
We don't know that. I was already kind of hyped today. It's that Monster I'm drinking.
I'm scared of you. You're like, chess when you do that.
Blackened.
That's what scared me.
Just going to take down the mic.
I mean, don't get me wrong. Like, this is not the crown jewel of Heaven Hill's juice. Like, it's not. Right. But for $16...
Evan Williams owned by Heaven Hill, by the way.
Adore it. It's just so good. I love it. I'm recreate that
it's
Valentine's.
Good. And it's, yeah. And it's taken me a couple years to come around to this, Sarah. But
I know. At first, you were like, I just don't get it.
Yeah, I'm picking up a different type of nuttiness, Jose, that is in this one. It's definitely not like a Jim Beam nuttiness, but it's a certain je ne sais quoi that I can't quite put my...
Chad can't say Angostura bitters.
Shut
what
up.
is it that you say?
Agnostic bitters.
Agnostic bitters. He can't say Angostura. Can I tell them about the side item at Carson's?
No.
Okay.
No. But I will say, no.
Oh, okay.
I will say that we discovered a fun way of saying Todd Cooper's name.
Todd Cooper.
Todd Cooper! Get down! Get to the Todd Cooper! Dana, get to the Todd Cooper! So that happened the other night. So
well, we had a lot of bourbon.
For a while.
It did happen.
Yeah.
He gets us. He knows. It's just, it's all in fun.
I can't believe we didn't tell Todd Cooper that.
We didn't. He's finding out now for the first time.
There you go. So,
Oh.
Todd Cooper.
Dang. Okay, I'm starting to regret this this sweatshirt.
Hey, Jose with the Nutty Squad represent. 2019.
Oh, and Patrick. The Nutty Bourbon Professor.
Yes.
I want to make that. That's going to be a thing.
That's nice. That is nice.
No religion for those bitters.
Yes, agnostic bitters. It's
bitters that have no strong feeling for what cocktail is best.
Oh no, these are not even agnostic. I guess we don't have any down here.
I can't say it.
Angostura?
Well, we're here. Thanks.
I also couldn't say
Angostura.
Angostura. There we go. I just need someone to start it for me.
Massachusetts.
I feel like Peter Griffin sometimes.
Haricot Vert.
Popsicles. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, just think of Angus steak, Angostura.
Angostura.
That'll help him, actually. Thank you for that. He needs, like, a mental cue sometimes.
So the Evan Williams experience is like, it's not really interactive, but it's more than just, like, showing a movie or slides or something.
Right.
You actually get some theatrical production to it, and they have a very small distillery there that makes 1 barrel a day. So that's their artisan distillery. That's where Charlie Downs used to be the artisan distiller. He is retired, so he's no longer there.
I feel like you're telling me things.
I am.
I know, but they know that I'm here.
So.
Oh, goodness. What's next?
That's Evan Williams. Now we're going to go just down the road to the newly opened Old Forester, where if our friend had stayed there just a little bit longer, he would have virtually ran into us.
We have 3 more stops. I don't know if I'm going to make it.
Old Forester, which we decided to go with...
You just threw our love on the ground.
Our love fern.
I killed it.
Oh, it is opened.
It is open.
Hey, and Brent. Love your show. First time joining you live. Well, thanks for joining us. And thank you for that awesome super chat. We're going to get some super chat toasting juice.
Ooh, was it the Evan Williams experience where they had the speakeasy tasting and you go through the... That is cool.
How could I not mention that?
Do it. How did we not mention it?
All right, so, yeah, real quick. Well,
Thank you, SAA 15353.
We got a speakeasy. Totally forgot. Well,
yeah.
First to Brent Jones. Thank you for that super chat. Cheers. And thank you for joining us live for the first time. So the speakeasy tour, you go downstairs. I don't want to ruin it, but you secretly go into this room, and your bartender is completely in character, like it's Prohibition time, and you're there drinking.
Do like a secret knock and they open the thing?
Yeah, let's not run it.
Oh.
And you get 4, again, more like higher end. The first time I did it, again, they ended with Evan Williams' 23 year. No joke. When Sarah and I did it later, they didn't, because as popularity grows, things go down. But it was still, we still had some really cool stuff. And I think they actually serve them in shot glasses. So they're really like into the, the period piece of it all. It was really nice.
I'm making a bourbon trail blend.
Todd Kuba says, yes, it's so cool. So there you go.
Funny.
I hope you liked that.
I hope you liked it too.
Very fun to say.
It is also like a term of endearment.
Get down.
I don't know. Chad loves impressions. If he can find a way to do an impression that involves you, it's like a big compliment.
It's like a connection. It's a bond.
He feels bonded to you. Scott says, I love how you guys recommend all the price ranges of bourbon and not just high-end bottles. Also really enjoy the personalized card in my Whiskey Ambitions order.
Thank you.
So glad you enjoyed that.
If you did not get a personalized card in your Whiskey Ambitions order, it's because we ran out, not because we don't love you.
We didn't anticipate selling out of all the glasses last weekend, and we didn't anticipate needing enough cards for if we sold out. So we still tried to write it on your order sheet.
Yes, we still wrote you a little.
You should have gotten a note, no matter what.
Something.
So sorry about that.
Cheers to you, Scott. Scott. Get down, Scott. I don't know. It's harder with your name.
Anyways, yes, Evan Williams, fun. Fun fact, Monica does not agree with our love for 1920. I think she likes 1910. Don't look at her that way. She can do whatever she wants.
Monica.
Don't you judge. Don't you judge.
Marsha. Definitely, for us anyway, the 1920 is the tip of the iceberg when it comes to Old Forester. I think 1920 is the bee's knees.
I do like it.
Yeah. You liked 1910, okay. I didn't so much.
Well, that's your problem.
I know. Seemed like most people liked it.
I think it was a split. Yeah, and it seemed to lean more towards people liking it than not liking it. But the people who didn't like it really didn't like it. And I feel like you were like, that's not for me.
Yeah.
So, no worries. More for me.
This is good. I still think the first bottles of this were better. It's like anything in this world. The more they put it out, the less special it gets.
You know, and I'm wondering, I kind of agree, and I don't know if it's because this one hasn't been open as long as our other one was. It's a little bit harsher than the one before it.
Yeah.
So I don't know if it just, this bottle is an outlier, or, I'm like, what is that on the bottom? Is this not chill filtered?
No, I don't think so.
No.
It's got some sediments in there.
Joseph!
Get to the chopper, Joseph!
He says, love my itsbourbonnight glasses and the personalized note. Cheers to you guys. Cheers, Joseph. Hey, guess what? I'm going to be in New York on the 26th through the 1st.
Now the world knows.
Now the world knows. Come find me in New York. Where in the world is Sarah?
Ooh.
Like Carmen Sandiego.
Will you wear that Where's Waldo shirt, though?
Yeah.
Okay.
And
the Carmen Sandiego hat.
Yes. It'll be a whole thing.
Cheers, Joseph. Thank you so much. We appreciate it greatly.
And I have some, what do you call it?
What?
The time that you have that's like R&R time. Thursday evening. So I need some good recommendations for bars and restaurants to entertain myself on Thursday. Todd says, I've never heard my name in an Austrian accent, and now I'm a better person for it.
Nice. Todd Cooper. Cheers.
And then Doug said, you guys got me started on the 1920, and it's great. We're so happy to be able to spread it to the world.
I can't do Doug.
Don't do it.
No, you can't. Wow. And no, that's just one.
Oh.
Doug.
Monica says, it surprises me. I think 1910 is more Jim Beam nutty. Seems totally Chad.
Girl, you crazy.
I agree with you, Monica. I thought he was going to like it. And then I was a little surprised when he didn't. But hey, that bottle will be my bottle now.
That bottle be my bottle.
Yes.
Cheers, Monica.
Or we'll bring it to the wedding.
Yeah.
Whichever.
Should check out Kings County Distillery. We'll do Whiskey Steve. We want to check out all the distilleries.
Ooh, we got to hustle.
Oh, yep. Coming down. Jose!
It's getting nutty.
Some people's names are hard.
I don't think you can do it with everyone. I think you need to. I think the best part about that one is it's individual.
It is individual.
I think you need to. Unless inspiration strikes you, I would just leave it.
Okay. Well, I'm just trying to
But you do you.
I'm trying to figure out.
He's just learning his way in the world. It's his first day.
It's my first day. So again, we can't talk about anything that you can get strictly from Old Forester because we haven't been there yet. But this summer we are going, and we're taking our camera.
Yes, we are.
So look out.
I've already sent them an email saying,
just
hey,
look
I
out.
want to come tour. Can I bring my camera? And they didn't respond. But, it's not like they were opening a distillery or anything, right? Could
I
be
don't know.
busy.
I think we should hold it against
And
them.
the Castle and Key people never got back to me about our engagement photos either. And I guess
should
that just
also
means
hold it against them.
that they don't want
Like Marianne specifically, like we emailed her, and it was her job to.
Marianne. No.
And the skipper and the professor too.
No. I just did Alice in Wonderland and you did Gilligan's Island, and I'm just sad that we're not on the same page right now.
It's okay. It happens.
All right, start the car.
All right. Where's next?
Next is Angel's Envy.
Okay.
Again, we haven't been to. This is kind of a sad leg of our trip, right?
It is. The first episode is better. I mean, we broke records. Although we are at 2:56 right now. If we could get that up another 40, we'd break another record. But
We
I
had
don't
10
see
minutes.
I don't see it happening.
I
in the
don't
last
see it
10
happening.
minutes. It's okay.
And that's okay.
Every week can't be
A record-breaking
a record-breaking week. That's just selfish. That's shellfish. It's just shellfish.
Yes.
So, Angel's Envy. So this is a finished bourbon,
Port.
obviously. Finished in port barrels. It is 86.6 proof. And we've seen the outside of their distillery.
We have.
Isn't it close to Doc Crow's?
It is. It's on Whiskey Row as well.
Hey, there's a recommendation. Doc Crow's in Louisville. Great whiskey selection. We got a Old Crow Reserve for like $4,
that was
$5,
good,
something
yeah.
like that.
Their food's good.
The food's good.
They got oysters if you like oysters.
Yeah, good stuff.
He just down.
I like them if they're
Rockefeller?
Rockefeller, yeah.
Cheese, butter, garlic, spinach.
That's how
he likes them.
That's how I like them. I'm gonna be having some in next
Nala.
month in Nala. So
Yeah.
there you go.
Historically, haven't been Angel's Envy fans. The rye we like better. Not port wine fans either, though. So I think that kind of hurts it.
Yeah.
Now, what we do have that we need to uncork is the Angel's Envy cast strength. That comes in that gorgeous box. It's
Heavy box.
heavy box. That was tough. It was a tough morning getting that to the car. No, I'm just kidding. But we do need to uncork that. We didn't have the opportunity to do it before today, so we're just going to go with regular Angel's Envy because you probably can't get the cast strength at the distillery anyways. But it looks like a gorgeous distillery.
Yeah, it does, and we will be going there.
We will
with
be going.
Open minds as always.
And the camera.
And a camera. You know, it's okay. It's all right.
I always say circus peanuts, and I'm going to say, if I've said it once, I've said it a million times, Chad.
Circus peanuts? I would put this on the divisive list. People are so for it. They're big fans of it. Other people are like, no, thank you.
I don't
They're
know
like,
anybody
thank you
that's
next.
just like, I
They're
keep one around, but I don't love it.
on
No one says that.
Ariana Grande. They're thank you next. Is that not Ariana
I think
Grande?
that is, but
Yeah.
I'm not sure.
So,
I'm really shocked that you knew that.
she dated the dude from SNL.
That's correct. What other pop culture do you know?
And that's it for today. And that's all my pop culture for today. Tune in next week when I bring up flossing.
You're being weird.
I can't floss in a chair.
No.
All right, fine.
I'm kind of upset that you just did that.
So is America.
We're not happy. We don't.
So is America.
Um,
And overseas.
Scott Northcutt likes the rye better. I agree with you there. It's got a very, really heavy chocolate. I got, chocolate and espresso on it. I haven't had it in a while, though, so I do need to revisit that.
The orange circus peanuts, question mark?
Yes.
Yeah.
Not
Like
circus peanuts
the
as
gas
in nutty,
station.
but, the
gas station.
orange. Mhm.
Yeah.
That's in a peanut shell, how I feel about
See, Jeff Wimbush
Angel's
is in
Envy.
the underwhelmed category about Angel's Envy. I mean, it's
Yes.
just, it's and Trevor Wilson's eyes hurt. I'm sorry for that. Yeah, it's divisive. It's divisive.
Why are you traumatized? I don't understand. Oh, the floss.
Because
Oh,
of my
yes,
flossing.
it's horrible.
Yeah, it's really
it wasn't
bad.
good.
It's really bad. I'm first one to admit it. I have to do a public apology now video, like an apology video. It's going to be a thing. Obviously we can't say a lot about this because we haven't been there, but we've got one more to go. Look, we're doing okay.
We are going to make it, I think.
We're going to make it.
All right, I'm going to pour this in my
Infinity glass of
Infinity
infinity.
Bourbon Trail. Whoop, I spilled some. Oh, well.
Oh, well. That means you have to take a shot.
No.
Of Jägermeister.
Nope. You stop it. It's not happening today.
You stop it.
You stop it.
You stop it.
Stop it.
You stop it.
Don't make me.
I can't make you do. I can't. See, Monica loved the flossing. And you were talking bad about Monica. She's actually really. I'm kidding. She loves.
Don't you
She loves
dare
you, Monica.
start rumors.
You do not say anything bad towards Monica ever.
Never.
Never.
No wire hangers. Ever. Mommy dearest, no. It's okay.
Lost me on that one. Sorry.
A reference that Chad doesn't know.
How was New Riff? It was really good, Adam. We got a.
We love New Riff.
We actually got, oddly enough, a pick from Party Source, which is their neighbor. We decided to go with a Party Source because Jo, if you ever, and we'll get into this next week, I promise. Our whole trip this weekend. Jo at Party Source, and they have a
AKA
tasting
Jonathan.
bar. Yeah, is amazing. And we tried that pick of New Riff, and it was great. So we bought a bottle. And it's really good.
Highly recommend. If you're going to make a stop around New Riff, definitely hit up Party Source.
Yes.
It's amazing. And their tasting bar is great. They'll let you try. You can get 4 samples for free of anything. So
5-minute warning until the Scotch Chest Dummies live stream. So after this, please go check them out. It's for a great cause this week.
it's for a great cause.
All right, OZ Tyler. So we're taking the
Like a
longest,
real long drive.
the longest drive all the way down to Owensboro, Kentucky, for OZ Tyler, who has a process called Terra Pure that.
I thought Terra Pure was the owner. And the process
Well,
is also called Terra Pure.
No, it's a longer version of Terra something.
Oh,
But Terra
but
Pure.
they call it Terra Pure.
Yeah.
Cute.
And we're actually doing a little uncorking here, a little live uncorking. Here we go.
Cork pop. Oh.
No. Well, this is $20. So
Fair.
The Terra Pure process uses ultrasonic thingies to take a bourbon that has been aged a minimum of a year and a day and make it taste like it's been aged 4 to 6 years.
I'll be the judge of that.
So they say.
We have not tried this yet. This is our first
This is our first time.
time. Todd Cooper said terribly pure.
Oh, Takuba.
Ooh, he's getting feisty.
Oh, well, it smells young. I'll say that.
I'm scared. But you know, so this
90
was
proof?
originally founded by the people, same guy from Wathans and Medley Brothers.
No, when I told you that, I was incorrect. I looked into it more. He had a stake in that distillery that they ended up buying.
Oh.
So he knows about the property, the distillery.
But he didn't have anything to do with this
No,
juice.
no,
I misunderstood.
no.
I retract my statement. Sarah with an H doesn't know what she's talking about.
Things from Medley had been created at the grounds that this eventually was created. But I think that's the end of the connection.
Aged a minimum of a year
And a day. But
day.
Terra Pure processing makes it taste like 4 to 6 years.
Oh,
Now,
I don't want to.
let's find out. Open mind, Sarah.
Okay, open mind.
Open mind. Again, we haven't been to this distillery. We will check it out. Well, in my professional opinion, I don't agree that tastes like a 4-year.
Tastes like a...
1 year and a day.
It tastes... I was going to say 9 months, but... It has a weird juice quality to it, like a Capri Sun or something.
Yeah.
Although, I'm not going to lie, it's not as bad as I was expecting. I do feel like it would give me a headache. But I've had worse.
Yeah.
I've had worse.
Yeah. No.
I'm kind of bummed that this is where we're ending our trip.
Well.
But it's probably time to call it quits anyways. I mean,
Yeah.
we've been on an 8 distillery streak here.
So we can't say anything about what they offer or.
Oh, bye, Mark.
So forth. Oh, hi, Mark.
No, I'll buy Mark.
Oh, bye, Mark. I don't exactly dig it.
I'm not going to ruin my blend with much of this. Just a drop. Oh, minor overtime. Then you got to go to the Scotch Chest Dummies. And even just don't even stick around for our overtime if you don't want to.
Yeah.
Like, we're not going to do anything as exciting as what they're doing.
I just didn't want to be like.
Bump.
Yeah. Not.
So not something I
Not
would buy.
great.
No.
Not great.
No.
Not great. Not the worst.
But, okay, here's the thing, though. I feel like if they would age it an appropriate amount, it actually has potential.
Well, they say they do age at appropriate amount.
I disagree.
Agreed with your disagreement.
I think if they would age it at least 4 years, I would like to see what that tastes like, because I don't think that this is like inherently bad.
Yeah.
It's just so young.
Yeah.
It needs more time.
It tastes youthful. It tastes green. It tastes circus peanutty.
I disagree with their fundamental beliefs that a year and a day is enough with their process. I don't think that's true.
Correct.
I would like to see it at 3 years.
I mean,
5 years.
It's still super light. It's super light, just like any 1-year-old would be.
Right.
They say it takes out those impurities that lead to the burn or the bad taste that young whiskeys have.
Iron?
Well, no, they put it on their site. Like they list the different things.
See ya, Matt, Whiskey Crusaders. We'll hop over there in a second too.
Yeah,
when we get off.
For sure. Lowest rating Fred Minnick has ever given a bourbon. Well.
Really?
Now, there's bourbons that I would give a lower rating.
I'm sorry. He gave Town Branch a higher rating than this. I want to know.
J.R. Ewing, anybody?
I don't find this as offensive. I'm going to be honest right now.
Correct.
Like.
Real talk. That's what we ended the last show was with.
Real talk? Oh,
Real
it's
talk.
true.
Yeah.
So we ended both of our trips with the wah-wah. But
I kind of planned it that way, just so it'd be at the tail end of the episode.
I whiskey, she wines. That's cute. I like that name. Impurities. Boo. Whiskey is awesome.
Right. We
want
warts and all.
Monica
right?
says, I hate when they try to cheat the aging process. I agree with you. I think that you need to know your area, wherever you're making bourbon. You need to be aware of the climate and what it's going to go through. And if you want to make bourbon or whiskey in a shorter amount of time, great. Set up your distillery in Texas. Good for you.
Yeah.
Like, you cannot cheat it in Kentucky. I don't care if you use smaller barrels. I don't care if you blast classical music at it, like, or heat and cool the room. Like, it does not matter.
There's something to be said about the angel share, which can really only happen, again, I'm not a doctor, I only play one on TV, but I feel like that can only be achieved from actual time, which will account for the evaporation in the spirit. I don't know. I don't want to talk about this anymore. I don't want to talk about this because I don't want to go out on a bad note.
Me either.
I don't want to
I would be interested if someone would do like a scientific overview of actually like the differences that happen between when you do a normal sized barrel over time and there's the angel share versus what it loses. But
yeah, and
we're not scientists.
Just real quick, we've talked about this before. Anytime we're in the presence of a master distiller at one of the big places, I try to ask them about the smaller barrels, and they're like, we tried it. The shortcut thing. It's like, yeah, we tried it. Buffalo Trace, Warehouse X, maybe it's like 10,500 barrels that are all experiments. And he's like, it's just too unpredictable. That sweet spot for smaller barrels. Like, if anyone would know a way to get a product on the shelf faster that tastes the same, it would be Buffalo Trace, I feel like. What are you laughing at?
I'm laughing because they heard the sirens and Perry said, quick, Chad, hide. They found you.
I don't know how they found me, but they found me.
They're looking for Chad.
Run, Marty!
They are. They're coming for this
they're coming to take it
top shelf
back. Look at that. It's just so light.
It's too light.
Right.
Wait. This is my infinity pour.
There you go. So that's OZ Talk. But we will go there, again, with an open mind.
That's all right. Or my palate's fatigued. I'm not really sure which.
This is my infinity pour.
I think it's time to turn the car around and go home.
Yeah.
I want Wendy's.
No, that's good. That's good. All right, we're going to virtually go to virtual Wendy's and get a virtual double.
But are we really going to go, or are we just virtually going?
I don't know. We'll virtually talk about it later.
Okay.
Guys, now is the time when we're ending. If you haven't already hopped over to the Scotch Test Dummies channel, please do so.
Do it.
YouTube.com/Scotch Test Dummies, if I remember correctly. Watch their live stream. They're doing it for a buddy with pancreatic cancer. It's a fundraiser, so please go check it out. It would mean a lot to them. It would mean a lot to us,
Like,
honestly.
you can literally feel good about your drinking today. Why would you not want to give yourself that gift? Give yourself that gift.
We're going to go check them out.
Yeah, for sure.
So that'll do it for us. Listen, we don't have the Glencairns, but we do have some rocks glasses. We have some T-shirts and so forth there at whiskeyambitions.com. So if you want to check that out, it helps us out the channel a lot, and we love writing you guys little notes and filling orders and so forth.
It's true.
If
you're not already a patron, which we have a lot of them in the chat, you can become a patron at patreon.com/itsbourbonnight and be part of our crew. They're our crew. Yeah.
We make this motion.
We do that. Yeah, we just throw up hand motions. I don't know what we do. And if you're looking for fun bourbon gift ideas or just stuff for your life, go to our Amazon influencer page. It's amazon.com/shop/itsbourbonnight. Find some glassware there and some books and stuff. Or you can follow us on all the social media channels at It's Bourbon Night. It's not an or, like you have to choose. Like you can do whatever you want.
You can do all of them.
Do all the things or none of the things. It's up to you. But we like that you're here.
It's your life.
It's true.
All right. That'll do it for us. Thanks so much. Thanks for Perry for moderating. This is My Bourbon Podcast is where you can find the Pear Bear.
Perry said he'll DoorDash us some Wendy's, and I've never been so happy.
Wow.
Not really. We'll talk.
Okay. PayPal.com/itsbourbonnight to send us Wendy's money. I don't know. It's something, it's something like that. And that'll do it for us. What a great virtual tour. What a great two-parter. That's the first time we've done that. I still think I say tour weird.
You do.
And tune in next week where we're going to talk about what we did this weekend, which was in Cincinnati and Covington area with candles and bourbon hunting and J.O. at the party source and so forth. And we'll have some other type of topic as well. So that'll do it for us. Thanks, guys, so much for joining us. Thanks, you, Sarah.
Thanks, you, Chad.
Thanks, you, for watching. And until next time, go to Scotch Ice Dummies. Drink more bourbon.
Or scotch.
But bourbon. But go to Scotch Ice Dummies YouTube channel right now.